Hashem Yahushai, that he does exist, you know, and that he's on the way back, you know. So we're doing that right now. It says, it shall return unto the Lord thy power, and shall obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day. Thou and thy children with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that then the Lord thy power will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations whither the Lord thy power hath scattered thee.
And that's the point we're in now, to where the Lord is gathering his elect from the four corners of the earth, and we're turning back. We're turning back from the evil ways that we once were involved in, and coming back to serving Yahweh Shah, coming back to righteousness, you know. So by us turning back to the Lord, the blessings are going to come upon us.
Good. It says, if any of thine be driven out unto the outmost parts of heaven, from thence will the Lord thy power gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee. And the Lord thy power will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers.
Yeah, he's going to multiply us. We're going back to our homeland. We're going back to the land of Israel. You know? After them false rats, them Jews, so-called Jews, which are Amalekites, nothing but Esau, you know, once they get nuked out of our land, that land is going to become what? A land of milk and honey, a land of paradise. You know? And we're going back to the land, and the Lord's going to multiply us, you know? Increase our cattle, increase our land. It's going to be a paradise. Waterfalls, trees, sweet smells, flowers, you know. It's going to be a paradise once again, just like it was in the beginning, from the time of the garden. Right?
It says, and the Lord thy power will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possess, and thou shalt possess it, and he will be good and multiply thee above thy fathers.
So we going home, you know? We finally gonna be home, you know? That's right. Because the scriptures say, arise ye and depart, but this is not your rest. So we were brought in America, what? To serve captivity for what? Our sins, you know? But we're rising and departing out of this place because we weren't brought over here to rest, you know? Our rest is gonna come in the kingdom, you know?
And that shows that we don't supposed to physically depart, man. Because how you gonna get physically delivered? When your ass running like a bug out, man. You know, the Lord is gonna come back and get his men. And then if you run it, who's gonna condemn this place, man? You know. So the Lord is gonna come back for his elect.
And if you run, how can Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, take place?
Straight up.
Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him. They shall be amazed at the strength of his salvation.
Yep.
So how can that scripture take place?
That's right. It's verse 6. And the Lord thy power will circumcise thine heart, and the heart of thy seed, to love the Lord thy power with all thine heart, and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live. You know, the new hearts, man. You know? It says, and the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies.
And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies. So when you read Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, from the 1st verse on to the 14th verse, it speaks about the blessings.
Yeah.
All that is going to be applied to us. Now, when you read from the 15th verse on down to the 68th verse, those are all the curses.
That's right.
So it's only 14 verses of blessings. You know?
Yeah.
But all those curses are going to apply to our enemies. You know?
That's right.
Esau, you're going to be packed in slave ships.
Hell
you're going to have your women come against you. You know? You're going to have your children separated, your family separated. You're going into captivity. You know? Yep. Revelations 13:9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. You know? Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And that's what we're patiently waiting for.
Yeah.
When Yahushai, second coming on the earth, when he returns, he's going to elevate his elects. And we're going to be joint heirs with him, and we're going to subdue all you nations and put you underneath our feet, you know. We're going to be our slaves.
That's right.
You know, just like we were once your slaves, you know.
It says, and the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee.
On them that hate thee. Who's the #1 nation that hates the nation of Israel? Esau, you so-called white people, the devil.
That's right.
So all the curses are going, really the curses are coming upon all the nations. But the curses are really going to hit your ass, Esau.
Yeah.
And it's happening now as we speak. The more the men of the Lord raise up, then we see the downfall of Esau before our eyes, you know. This nigga strung out on the opioids. This nigga living in tents, you know,
committing suicide
on the side of the road, committing suicide.
The highest rate ever.
The highest rate ever. His woman is, where this woman been a straight up slut, but this woman is leaving him, you know.
Yeah, she's more out. She's more. It used to be in a closet, or you feel ashamed of it. Now, man, they out there with a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, proud and boldly, man. You know, like, yeah, I'm with Jake, man.
Yeah, I mean, they see it.
Yeah. You might see a white woman walking by herself with a few Jake kids, you know. You know?
I seen it.
The curses is hitting you, Esau. And the apostles always say that too. This is very true. The number one way you know that a nation has been conquered is when you take their women.
Straight.
When you straight up take their women, you know? Because we gonna get your women in the kingdom. Well, we getting them now, you know, but we gonna get your woman in the kingdom.
Yep.
That's the man's ultimate possession. Is a woman.
Yeah.
So that's how you know our nation is totally destroyed. You see the black woman or Hispanic woman, who she with? She with the devil.
Yeah.
Smiling, holding hands tight,
looking down at you.
Yeah, look, having the time of her life. You know, that goes to show you we're not empowered.
But it's coming. Where all the curses that were once upon us, that's the spirit. There you go right here. So all the curses is falling on our enemies. You know? Got Jake with an Edomite woman. You know?
Yeah. It says, "In the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee."
Yeah, which hate thee and persecute us. Who's persecuting us even to this day? Gunning us down in the streets. You so-called white people, you know?
Yep.
So all the curses that hit us are gonna come upon you, you know? You're gonna be set, you're gonna have your family split up, you know? You shall come to us for the one of all things, you know? Everything in the scriptures that was once affected us, it's gonna affect you.
Yeah, you're gonna have a yoke of iron put around your neck, your legs, your hand, your everything, man.
The scriptures say that heart shall meditate terror.
Yeah.
You know? You're gonna get your body mutilated, you're gonna be tortured, you know? And rightfully so.
Yep.
I'm doing Lord's will, I'm gonna do a lesson on it this week, but I watched it was a mentally challenged boy in Texas. It happened back in 1906. He was mentally challenged, and pretty much, I guess, the place where he worked at, plantation or wherever that he worked at, the woman was killed on the plantation, and they blamed her murder on him. So they arrested him, and it was about a mob of about 16,000 Edomites that was screaming on the courthouse, screaming on the courthouse to where they had to let him to deliver him to the crowd. You know. So they ended up having their way with him, but eventually they brought him to trial, and they found him guilty. Of course, because it was all Edomite jury.
Yeah.
So after they found him guilty, a loud scream came from the crowd, "Get that nigger! Get that nigger!" So what they did is they chained him up, they chained his body up, and they lit a fire, a big fire above him. So they had him on the chain. They would dip him in the fire. He would scream. They would pull him out the fire, and as he was getting tortured, the whole crowd would cheer. A crowd of Esau would just cheer, yeah, burn that nigga.
Yep.
So he was in agonizing pain. He was trying to climb up the chains to not feel that fire. So what Esau did was he cut his fingers off one by one. So all he could do was slap at the chain. So eventually, what they did was after they kept dipping him in the fire. They castrated him. They cut his rod off, you know. And the whole crowd was screaming. And eventually, he just gave up the ghost and went back to the spiritual world. But the fact is, to do that type of to have it in your mind to do that, that's extreme hate. That's somebody that really hates you, you know. And ultimately, it's a spiritual hate. Let's go back to Jacob and Esau. But I brought that account out to show you that the same way you Edomites didn't have any mercy on us, we're not going to have any mercy whatsoever on you. You know?
Yeah.
You're going to get tortured. Matter of fact, let's get some scriptures on Esau going to fuck down.
That's right.
This the book of James, chapter 2, verse 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy that have showed no mercy.
Most High going to have judgment without mercy to them that showed no mercy. When you had us in captivity, you didn't show us no mercy. You took pleasure in our downfall. You took pleasure in the destruction of our nation. So we ain't gonna have no mercy on you. No?
Even like the brother Ariel be going into the tender mercies of the wicked is cruel.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So he ain't show Jake no type of mercy, man. Still to this day.
That's right.
So we ain't gonna have no mercy. The Heavenly Father ain't gonna have no mercy on Esau. You finna suffer the worst captivity known to man. You're gonna be chained up. You're gonna have your body mutilated. You're gonna be skinned alive, burned alive, boiled alive, cooked alive, you know.
Hey, brother, last time you said all those things, we knew I took it down, brother. You're talking about crying Esau and all that, you know.
Hey, we live now, right?
Yeah.
proud of spirit, it's not right.
Yep.
Can we get that in Psalm 58? You know, read it again, Bubba Chuck.
Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
Yeah, so Esau, he's crooked.
Yeah.
When you go into that word crooked, it's perverse. Okay, when the scriptures talk about perverseness, one of the definitions of that word perverseness is crooked. Okay, also it's similar to profane outside of the temple. What does the scripture say about Esau? It's a vain or profane person, that's Esau. Go ahead.
But the just shall live by his faith.
Yeah, but the just, which is the Israelites, and the Israelites are the only ones who can have faith.
Right, yep.
Faith in the Lord. And like I said earlier, what the scriptures speak about it, faith is an action word. Okay, so you heard the word, then you go and speak. And then you constantly speak. When the brother is speaking about how the Lord's not going to, he's not unrighteous to forget your labor of love. That you have show to his saints and minister and do minister. Meaning when he comes back, you're going to be minister. Blessed that servant when I come shall I find so doing. Doing what? Doing the work. Okay, not saying, oh, I'm doing the work, but you're not really doing it. Job 14.
Job 14 and 4. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean?
Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? And Esau, he's unclean.
Yep.
Okay, why? Because the Most High, he created him to be unclean. Okay, Psalm 53.
Yep.
I'm sorry, 58. 58.
Oh, 58.3. Okay. This is Psalm 58.3.
Oh, no.
Okay, clock it.
It says, who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one.
Not one. Okay.
Yep.
You can start at the top, actually.
This is Psalm 58.1. Do ye indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do you judge uprightly, O ye sons of men?
No.
That's
okay.
right.
Wicked. Esau, the other nations. Real quick, read that in Surah 7, the last verse. I'm sorry, Ecclesiastes 7, the last verse.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 29. Ecclesiastes 7 and 29. Lo, this only have I found, that the Most High have made men upright, but they have sought out many inventions.
Yeah, many wicked inventions. So no, the sons of men do not judge uprightly. Okay, and we'll real quick get half through the first chapter.
Yep.
And then get Psalms 10. We can start at the top.
Yep. Habakkuk 1 and 1. The burden which Habakkuk prophet did see. O Lord, how long shall I cry, and thou wilt not hear? Even cry out unto thee of violence, and thou wilt not save.
Yeah, and a lot of the prophets, they wrote of things of this sort, you know, crying out to Yahweh Shema Shai. Well, we cry out to Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay? Real quick, Isaiah 62 and 6.
This is Isaiah 62 and 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night.
They never hold their peace. Sighing and crying. Go ahead.
It says, ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silent, and give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth.
Give him no rest till he establish and make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. Now we go back to Habakkuk.
Yep. Habakkuk 1 and 3. Why doest thou show me iniquity, and cause me to behold grievance? For spoiling and violence are before me, and there are that raise up strife and contention.
Yeah, because you're in a wicked society.
Hell yeah.
This is a very, very, very wicked society, and Esau has power. Okay, it tells you that in Psalms 92. We don't have to get it. But it goes into Esau having that power. Let's get it. Okay. Psalms 92. It goes into Esau having the power to push wickedness in the planet.
I was going to say also, I believe Micah, the second chapter too.
God, Micah.
Right.
You bring it out.
Yeah.
You want to bring it out.
Verse 4. Therefore the law is slack.
Yeah, therefore the law is slack. Go ahead.
And judgment doth never go forth.
Judgment never goes forth in this society. Why? Because you have a man that's unclean. You have a man that's crooked. You have a man that's perverse. The so-called white man, he can cannot do righteousness. It's impossible for him to do good. Like the brother said, it's the tender mercies of the wicked or what? Cruel. Okay?
Judgment that goes out here is wicked.
Hell yeah.
You know?
And that's why calamities are happening. Okay, because iniquity abound, the love of many shall wax worse.
Yep.
So there is no love. There's no love in this society, even though the world says they love you. Here they'll say you that they love you in your face, and they'll turn around and talk shit about you today to one of your friends. They don't come back to you. Yep. People don't love you. It's all about lip service. Yeah. The Most High is definitely not about lip service. He wants action. All right, go ahead.
The more says, for the wicked doth compass about the righteous.
The wicked does compass about the righteous. Get Ecclesiastes the 10th chapter.
Says, therefore wrong judgment proceeded.
Yeah, therefore wrong judgment proceeded. So that's why there's so much wrong judgment here in the world. You got sodomites, you got faggots, all right? You got all type of men of wickedness, murderers, liars, thieves, people doing drugs all goddamn day. It's because this society is wicked. Can you get where you at?
I got Psalm 92.
Real quick, Ecclesiastes 10. 6.
Wait, I want to be down to the butt man with the butt man.
Out of order. Out of order.
Ecclesiastes 10 and 6. Folly is set in great dignity.
See, folly is set in great dignity in this society. See? We'll go to show you that the black and Hispanic community is totally destroyed.
Yeah.
All right, the Most High is going to wipe out 2/3 of our people.
That's right.
Okay, because really they're not our people.
Yeah.
All right, they're foreign. They're foreigners. They're heathens. All right, they're actually of another nation, so to speak, even though we're physically in the same, we're from the same lineage. Okay, not all Israel is of Israel. All right, there's an Israel of the Most High and there's an Israel of Satan. Well, our Father is the Heavenly Father, and according to John, real quick, John 8:44. According to John 8:44, our people's father is the devil.
You got the house of David and you got the house of Saul.
Yep.
Very simple. And what separates the house of David and the house of Saul? A witchcraft. Disobedience. A rebellion. Go ahead, bring that up.
This is St. John 8:44. Ye are of your father the devil.
Yeah, ye are of your father the devil. So we read in Habakkuk the 2nd chapter that his soul that is lifted up is not upright in him. So you come in that same spirit. You come in the spirit of the devil. Okay, rebellion, stiff-necked, hard-headed, don't want to take correction, willful. Okay, being a child. Not listening to your true father, listening to your stepdaddy, Esau. Okay, go ahead.
It says, in the lust of your father ye would do.
Yeah, your lust of your father ye will do. And that's why you have Israelites that do the lust of their father. It's being what? Niggas. Niggas spick. Esau loves that. Because the adventure of a nigga and a spick is actually created by the so-called white man.
Right.
Okay?
Me and the brother y'all be going into, man. Esau's the original nigga.
Yeah.
All the characteristics you see our people do, man. Esau's the king of it. You know?
That's right. It says, he was a murderer from the beginning.
Yeah, so you come in the spirit of Esau, a murderer. Go ahead.
And abode not in the truth.
Yeah, bold, not in the truth. Yeah, you niggas are not in the truth. The only way to be a son of the Most High, okay, is to be in the truth. Is to know the truth, acknowledge the truth, and then do what the truth tells you to do.
That's right.
Okay? Go ahead.
It says, because there is no truth in him.
Yeah, there's no truth in him. Why? Because we read it. He's crooked. He's perverse. Okay, he's unclean. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, when he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own.
Yep.
For he is a liar and the father of it.
And the father of it. Now go.
I was gonna say that's the spirit because Esau was the first what? Murderer, liar. All right. Going back to what? Cain. Every time he was here, man, he was doing wickedness, man. Up to this last point that we're at right now. Which one of these?
So he originally lied as a serpent, telling Eve, thou shalt not surely die.
Straight up. So it's 58. as they be born.
There you go. Go ahead, Slock it.
Speaking lies.
Read it again, Baba Kashan.
This is Psalms 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray.
Yeah, as soon as they be born, are they estranged from the womb? They were created already to be messed up, to be sick in the head. Okay?
Like that little Edomite, that little Edomite girl over there in Britain who ate the cookies and her mom basically questioned her and she lied to her and said the black man did it.
Black man did it.
And the bitch found it funny. You know? It's gonna show you they're estranged from the womb.
Right, where did she learn it from? She learned it in the white home.
Yep.
All right?
She gets it naturally.
Yeah, really, it was natural.
Yeah.
All right, she came out speaking lies. That red devil. All right, go ahead.
It says, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
Yeah, speaking lies. They go astray as soon as they be born. Okay? Yeah, we're done on that. Bonanza, you have something?
I have something for you. It says
92.
Psalms chapter 10, verse 2. The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken into the devices.
Oh, you know what, brother? Can you start at verse 1? Because that goes right into what we were speaking about in Habakkuk, the first chapter. Go ahead.
This is Psalms chapter 10, verse 1. Why standest thou afar off, O Lord?
Yeah, it would seem that the Lord is standing afar off. But right now, and we're going to get it, Romans 9. Are you holding Romans 9? On how the Lord, he's suffering. For he's suffering Esau and this wicked ass kingdom, so his prophecy is going to come to pass.
Right.
Okay, that's the only reason why the Heavenly Father has not totally destroyed this place and redeemed this is because there's certain things that need to happen in the planet Earth.
Yeah.
I.e. like the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip. That has to happen. Okay, you have to have massive uprising of the people, which that's starting to happen. Okay, those yellow vest protests, they have bled into Belgium. They have bled into different European nations. They even also the state of Israel. Okay, so there's certain things that need to happen for these things to take place. The famine of the word, all right, the famine of food and water. Okay, go ahead.
It says, why hidest thou thyself in the time of trouble? The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined.
Yeah, let them be taken into the devices that they have imagined. Those wicked devices. Okay, what's some of Esau's wicked devices? Okay, well, it's social media, man.
Yeah.
Look how much wickedness just came into the world with social media. The world was already wicked. You got women selling their pussy online.
Yep.
Okay, webcamming, escorting.
The black market.
Oh, you got the dark web.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yep.
They said the dark web is hundreds of times bigger than the regular web. And just think of it, the regular web is vast. Okay, it's very vast. You can't actually look at everything that's on the regular web, so to speak. The regular www. Go to your Facebook or YouTube. You couldn't even spend 1,000 years looking at everything. It's so much vast, so much data.
Yep.
They said that the dark web is even bigger than that. And the dark web is what? A dark web, they say 70%, you can look at all the statistics, about 70% of it is pedophilia. So that's a lot of wickedness, man. That's a lot of wickedness that the so-called white man is doing. Okay, and the Most High, he's suffering all that, but he's suffering that to what? For his prophecies to come to pass, and he's going to get destroyed.
That's right.
And we're going to read about his destruction. Go ahead.
If I can say this, Esau, he's doing everything to be destroyed too, you know? That's all he's doing is building up the tabs so the judgment could come up on him, which is 1,000 years of hardcore slavery and the extermination of the whole so-called white race. You know? You got it, Manatazar.
If I could add this too, it says Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, man. Hey man, he's still fulfilling his hurtful works.
That's right.
The Lord still got use for this devil, man.
That's right.
You know, really.
Proverbs 16:4.
Yep.
It says, the wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined.
Yeah, let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. Okay, they have imagined us be carted away in concentration camps.
Yep.
Okay, put to death, exterminated. They love seeing the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American man and not in their right mind, calling themselves a black, calling themselves a Hispanic. Okay, wearing American hat, American flag hat.
Yeah.
Okay, being a damn coon on TV. Yeah. They love it. The so-called white man loves that. Why? Because that's one of his devices.
Yep.
But what's happening is the so-called white man, he's falling into those devices like drugs. Or he's dying of opioid overdoses. He's dying of fentanyl overdoses. And also he's dying of crystal meth overdoses. Which are even higher than both of those. Which Trump, he met with China and pretty much classified fentanyl as a poisonous substance or as an illegal substance. Okay, that's not gonna stop from all you Edomites dying of opioids. Okay, all that's gonna do is just further push a bigger black market.
And that's what this devil get, because what did he do in the 80s, man? In Jake neighborhoods, he flooded it with crack cocaine. You know, fucked our families and shit up.
Drugs and violence.
So here it is 30 years later, now what, man? And see, Esau, you know, he's way weaker than Jake. It goes into it in Genesis, the 25th chapter, you know? Well, a lot stronger. You know, Jake is resilient. But you see, Esau, here it is now, what? They just killing themselves and shit. Here it is, a little pressure is coming upon them, and what, they're ready to take themselves out.
It says, for the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blessed the covetous, whom the Lord abhorred.
Yeah, his heart desire is the New World Order. Okay, ushered in with the chip. That's his heart desire. He really wants that, and he's gonna push it. Just as the Apostle Elder Tahar said, 2019, Esau gonna really push the chip. And you can see from the beginning of what 2018 was the year of prophecy, which we're still in. Okay, we have a couple of more weeks, and we're gonna be out of this year, which the scriptures speak about the years or the time moving fast. Just how quick. Just how look at the time from the beginning of the year, so to speak, to now. That's been like a blink in the eye. Okay.
Well, it seemed like when Trump Trump's inauguration was just yesterday. All right, when Apostle Carl was out here, they was marching. That shit seemed like just yesterday, man. You know, and time is sped up. Why? For the elect's sake, man. The Most High, by Shem Yahushua, is getting ready to deliver his elect out of this shit, man. You know.
You were done on that?
It was just a little bit more. I wanted to get a quick precept. This Matthew 24 and 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
Yeah, the Lord is shortening the days. The days are moving very quick. Okay, like damn, it's moving super quick, you know?
We're already at the end of the year.
We already at the end of the year. Okay, you're gonna have a blood moon, a blood supermoon come up in January. Which scientists are bugged out about that. Why are you bugged out? We're telling you why it's happening. We're actually telling you why all these things are happening in the world. Okay, but of course, you know, the world does not. The scriptures say that the world cannot accept this truth. You know, the spirit of truth, which the world cannot accept. Okay, and the only ones who can accept this are the elect. Okay, and it's either you're part of the elect or you're not. And the scriptures say to give diligence, pretty much to be part of that number. So if you're not giving diligence to be part of that number, you damn sure ain't gonna be part of the number. Okay. Go ahead, read that.
This is Romans 9 and 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Yeah, Jacob have I loved. Jacob are the Israelites. Esau are Esau are the so-called white man, the so-called white race. Edom. Okay, that's fitted for destruction. Go ahead.
That's right. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? The Most High forbid.
Yeah, because you would say, well, God loves everybody. He loves white people too. Well, it says here that he hates them. And then you will ask the Most High, or you will question the Most High, or be like, why would you do that? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? We'll go into it. So the scriptures outline everything. It pretty much it dots all. They tell you dot all your I's and cross all your T's. Meaning everything is perfect. Okay, the Lord didn't leave anything out of the book. He gave us everything. There you go, sound. Sound without any holes. Okay, the word is sound. That's why you can't what's that? Luke, I think it's Luke 18, I believe, or it might be Luke 21, where it said,
I'll give you a mouth of wisdom.
Yeah, 18 to 7.
I think it might be 21 to 16,
21
or 16 to 21,
something like that. Yeah, Baba Shah, you find it. Yeah, the Lord give you a mouth and wisdom that, you know. But go ahead.
It says, verse 14, what shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? The Most High forbid.
Yeah, read that 21 and
I got 21. It's,
40. Yeah, 14.
I'll start up a little bit. It says, Luke 21 and 12. But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. And it shall turn to you for a testimony. Settle it therefore in your hearts not to meditate before what ye shall answer. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist.
See that? So they sound. Not being able to gainsay nor resist, meaning there's no holes in our doctrine, which there's holes in other men's doctrine.
Yep.
Which is